Morning, guys. Kevin here. I found a nice pile of big rock to set on out of the little bit of shade out of the sun. Getting pretty hot here. It's been really hot. Been kind of flying by the seat of my pants here. Excuse me. Not really even having a topic before I push record. But there's something on my heart. It's starting to come through. It has to do with me, a lot of us, the way we are, the way we have become. And it's not just for the men, but a lot of it's for the male species. Not using our voice, not communicating, not standing for what we believe in. And the world has been designed that way intentionally. And this is something it's repetitive throughout history. You go back and you read the Bible and you see how things start changing, and it starts in our men, our male aspect, because we're the assertive ones. We're supposed to be the protectors, see things. We're supposed to see things through as to how they should be. And when we don't stand for ourselves and do that, we just get manipulated. The world gets manipulated into worshiping false idols and not bringing the light the way we should. And that's why I'm here today, working on myself to carry this out and give the message. See, for quite some time I was on fire with this conviction, because in my hometown I saw it real clear. And our opinions were cast aside for the opinions of unlawful, deceitful things. And the strategy is, when the male society will not stand up against these things, they prevail. That's why we have disorder and corruption today, and it runs through everything. I've had to learn to use my voice again, because I've been taught to quiet myself. I see pretty clearly now the reason why is what I'm talking about. We have to get up, stand up for ourselves, get out there and voice our opinion. Life is designed it has a way of confusing things. And when you're confused, you don't know what to stand for, which way to go, what to follow. So you don't stand, you don't take a stand. That's their strategy. Confusion. When you shut out all the noise and you start to see more clearly the way things are. And they're pretty simple. They've just been confused. Simply put, we have to stand for what we believe in. And if we don't believe in anything, we're not going to take that stand. You have to have that conviction in your heart to want to make a difference. I have that. I kind of just lost my fire for a minute. And I think the reason being is because I'm tired of fighting everything. Everything doesn't need to be a fight. I've spent too much of my life, wasted too much of my life fighting, arguing. And there are those that I can't interact with anymore. And when I try, it's a fight. And it's because I'm trying to be truthful, and sometimes others are not. Maybe they have things they want to hide, cover up. They don't want that truth out there. Mass confusion. When you don't have a straightforward path that you're following, then confusion will prevail. And it will keep you from doing anything good. Anything righteous, just, standing up for yourself and others. It's a very important thing here. You've got to be able to stand up for yourself and others and carry the message. That's very important to me, because I want to see others not to have to be in the positions that I've been in and to struggle the ways that I've struggled, fitting into society, belonging. Sometimes God, He takes some of us and He sets us apart, puts us in the wilderness, and teaches us these things. If we're willing to follow, open up to Him and listen, we learn these simple, and it's mostly simple messages that we've just been taught not to follow, like believing in ourselves, standing up for ourselves and others, and what's right. We live in a world of corrupt individuals, governments, societies, and they don't have our back. They're there for themselves. They're there to draw a check, be comfortable in their own life without consideration for others and their ability to live happily, comfortably. I've witnessed this for many years. But I was taught not to believe in myself, not to trust my guidance, my inner guidance, not to listen to my intuition. I think a lot of us are on this path that, or have been, we've been misguided. And I'm not pointing any fingers, because we have to take the blame and we have to go inside and recreate ourselves in order to come back out strong, able to carry the message. But these are important times. We need those that are willing to do this process, go through this process, and work on themselves, rediscover their voice, get rid of those fears that keep us from expressing ourselves. And another trap is becoming too serious with yourself, getting caught up in that mindset, and I'm guilty of that. When we have to take this serious, don't get me wrong, but too much of that will lead you down the wrong path too. We have to have a certain lightheartedness with ourselves and each other, but we have to be assertive and take action to want to make this world a better place. You know, I have kids, grandkids, loved ones that I have been removed from my life and I miss dearly. But there are situations there that I couldn't be involved in. I couldn't be there at the time, especially. I had to work on myself, remove myself in order for these changes to occur. Learn how to pour into myself, love myself again, so that I can put that out into the world. I'm learning how to speak as I create these videos. I'm learning a lot about myself, who I have been, I know, who I don't want to be, I know, who I'm becoming, I'm learning. I know more of who I want to be. See, we're not made black and white. We're all these mixed particles, fragments of things that we've learned, been taught. We have to have the right mixture to carry us in a good direction, positive direction, to make a change. And I realize that I have good in me, I have evil in me. And there's everything in between, which creates a lot of confusion. But it's a balancing act, of course. And you need to be more balanced towards the good things, so the bad doesn't weigh you down. And that is learned, inhabited through our everyday interactions. The things that we do every day consistently creates that balance. I'm learning to be more consistent with myself, with the things that I want to see in the world. I realize that if I want to see more good in the world, I have to make that change from within and put more of that out. So just showing up here every day for me, being consistent, learning to do that more is a big deal, leading me in the right direction to help you guys be able to speak the things that I've experienced and to get out of that mindset that our opinions don't matter, or we can't make a difference. That might be true when it comes down to the voting polls and everything that's rigged in society like that. But truthfully, we can all make a difference, a big difference, simply by speaking out, speaking our mind. We've been trained not to do that. And we've been pushed into fear so that we don't do that. I don't know, today I'm learning that I need to show up more, speak what's on my heart, get it out there, whether I think I'm ready to do so or not, because the truth is you're never going to be ready. You probably are not going to feel ready. Just have to make the steps, take the steps and do it. I realized looking at myself here today, speaking on the camera, I've came a long ways. And I see areas that I still need to improve, and I want to go a lot further. Today I'm being more receptive to that. I'm opening my heart for others who want to pour into me, not take away. I don't need anything taken away. I can balance what's inside of me. I have already dropped most of the things that I needed to let more good in, and I continue to do that. It's an ongoing process. But I think message today is the big thing is that I'm seeing is just getting the message out there. Even if it's raw, even if it's not scripted, it's not performed. Sometimes those are the better messages. That's the way to go about things. To be raw and in your truth. So this is not scripted whatsoever. It's me speaking what's on my heart as it comes to me. I want to be more loving of a person, to put more of that out into the world. That's really hard to do sometimes. It's hard for all of us, because we have that pushback from mass society to keep this from happening, to keep things the way they have it, control, disorder, dysfunction. That has been made into a way of life that's acceptable to the public and needs to change. we're all here to do our own part. In order to do that, we have to speak our own mind, what's on our heart. In order for more happiness to come in, we have to make room for that and learn how to cultivate that inside of us so we can put more of that out. It's easy to get in our heads after we've been alone for a while, and that's okay. Sometimes we have to go through that. We have to go through that to learn. As long as we don't stay there, we find our way back out. And learn how to carry this message to others. Message is today we have to stand up for what we believe in. Speak it.